Yeah.
Hey guys, Savat the Mighty here, and I'm back with another Eve Echoes video. And today's video, the test server is live, and we are going to be going over one of my favorite classes of ships, and that is going to be the Oracle. So, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Oracle 3, and just kind of getting a feel for it, putting some stuff on it, and just doing a regular ship fitting, and just kind of experimenting around with how that works and what's going to go on there. Before we get started, if you do like my content, please leave a like on the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified whenever I do release new content in the future. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the Oracle 3. Alright, so the Oracle 3 has some interesting changes that they've done on here. So it looks like there are 7 high slots now. And we have 3 mid slots and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 low slots. So the addition of the 7th high slot on there, as well as our bonuses, have improved. So it still has that minus 95% large laser capacitor need. Large laser power grid need, and minus 50% large laser capacitor need. In addition, it has plus 6% per level large laser damage for advanced large laser operation, and minus 10% large laser capacitor need per level of that. For advanced battle cruiser, it gets minus 5% inertia modifier, and plus 5% scan resolution. Overall, out of the box, it's basic info. You're looking at an overall defense of 40,554 with a flight velocity of 161, a warp speed of 2.7 AUs, a power grid output of 1,238 megawatts. Capacitor is 4,798 gigajoules, and the cargo hold capacity is 1,503. Primarily, this is supposed to be an armor tank, and it has it listed at 50, 35, 25, 20. Overall, I love the Oracle. And I think the addition of more damage to the Oracle is something that is going to be quite fun to play around with. So I put together a fit on here. This is using my skills on the live server. So it's not everything is going to be maxed out like it normally is on the test server. Let's take a look at that. I'm going to bring up my skills here real quick. So what we're looking at here is for lasers. I do have large laser operation 5, advanced large laser operation 5, expert large laser operation 3, large laser upgrade 4, advanced large laser upgrade 5, and expert large laser upgrade 3. So I'm not across the board there, as well as my battle cruiser skills are not exactly the greatest in the world there. So I have battle cruiser command 4, advanced battle cruiser command 3. So overall, take it with a grain of salt with what this looks like. It is going to be a bit different based off of where your skills are at, probably a bit better than where mine are, since I'm a little bit all over the place with my skills. So how did I fit it out? I went ahead and wanted to go ahead with a close range fit again, because I like those with these ships. And I have in here the 7 Centis C-type large pulse lasers. They're going to have an optimal range of 33.53 km with an accuracy fall-off of 7.1. So that's pretty decent in my book. I don't have all the fancy stuff that I have access to on the test server, so we're looking at an interruptive warp scrambler here. I have an interruptive stasis webifier just because my other webifiers are on my other ships. An Upir medium energy Nosferatu 5. And I have 2 Mark 9 hammerheads in here. As far as here, I have a smuggler medium afterburner. Again, my other afterburner is on one of my ships somewhere, probably on my other Oracle. So that's on there. I have a Corpus C-type large armor wrapper. And I do have a Corpus C-type adaptive armor hardener because I wanted to try those out. A Marketeer tracking computer 5, and a couple of Corpum C-type heat sinks. So overall, not too shabby. In the rigs, we just went for full damage on here. So I have a laser collision accelerator 3, as well as 2 laser burst aerator 3s. So just the regular trifecta for damage. Down here, I'm actually using a couple of semiconductor memory cell 3s. I apologize, I have 2 capacitor control circuits and 1 semiconductor memory cell 3. So I've got that thrown in there, and what we're looking at, I don't know why I closed out of there, is this thing is doing 1,584.10 DPS with the lasers. The drones are bringing 62.39 with a drone control range of 28 km, so they may not always be able to hit. And it's a total of 1,646.49 DPS. Our defense, what we're looking at is 45,958 with 10,837 in the shields. We have 14,893 in the armor, and we have 11,004 in the structure. And our shields are EM resistance 0, thermal 20, kinetic 40, explosive 55. For the armor, we're at EM 50, thermal 35, kinetic 25, explosive 20. And we do have that hardener to activate on there as well. Our capacitor is rock and stable. Now, just to be told, we only have an optimal range of 9.9 km off of our Nosferatu here, with an accuracy follow-up of 5.3 km. So take that with a grain of salt for that stability. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and take this off. And if we take a look at our stability there, let's close this out. Capacitor. We are actually not quite stable, but only lasting for 7 minutes without that. And so, yeah, we'll see. Again, we have the scram again for the faster ships there. So hopefully we won't have to use that all of the time. If we do, hey. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, another thing. The Marketeer tracking computer is going to give me a little bit more range on here, letting me hit out to there. I did want to play around with a beefier tank and stuff, but where my skills are sitting at, I wanted to have that little bit more range as well. So I figured I'd give that a shot first. So that's pretty much how I have this thing fit up. Let's take a look at some of the more details like we normally do as well. Our navigation here, it's only moving at 191.59 with a warp prep time of 9.26 and warp speed of 2.7 AUs. And what else are we looking at here? Our targeting, yeah, 29 points, 315 scan resolution, 182 signature radius, can lock 7 targets. About the norm there. Let's go ahead and pick up a mission real quick and we'll do it. All right. Let's refresh this. And we're just going to go ahead and take this out here. All right, and I will see you guys back in the mission. Okay, so here we are outside of the mission encounter, and we're going to go ahead and do our normal stuff that we do and take a look at what the navigation is for the speed, and we're going to hit our armor wrapper and just have a look at the ship here real quick. So what we're looking at is the top speed on this right now with this afterburner. It's going to be a lot better if we can get a C-type on there. It's sitting at 393.17. And for our defense, we are looking at a EM resistance of 65, thermal of 54, kinetic of 47, explosive of 43. So, not the greatest in the world for having the stuff done there, but better than nothing. Let's go ahead and jump into the Cosmic Anomaly and kill these guys off if we can. Start off at 38. Our Stargate is Sobaski, whatever. And so we'll be going to there if we need to.
Warp drive active.
I do like the way this looks. I think the color scheme on the Oracle 2 is a bit better. I favor it a lot more than this one. But overall, I love the Oracles. I love how they look and how they play. So I'm excited to have a bit of fun with this while it's in here. And test it out. The upgrade to the laser damage and everything is pretty noticeable. Let's go ahead, approach this guy here. Okay. So I'm watching these other ships. They are still pretty far away, but we should be able to hit out at this range, just not super effective. Let's activate our afterburner. Let's throw this guy into orbit. And we are going to focus fire on him next. Not looking bad here. Got some insurgent badgers on the field. Let's do our best to see what this insurgent badger is all about. Alright, so if we do activate one of our heat sinks, our damage is going to jump to 2032.95. Remember, this is not with all 5 skills, so we can definitely see a lot better than that come out of here. Let's go ahead and get this Naga. I don't think badgers can really do anything to us, but I am excited to see how this is going to pan out with the encounters and see about their changes and everything that's made. So far, it looks like we're doing pretty good here. Just checking on everything. Excellent. So I'm going to approach this badger. Our energy still looks okay. But we haven't really had to do anything with that yet. Okay. Sabaski, approach. I want to lock up these smaller ships here. See if we can't get them taken care of first. So this guy here, he's got to die. And you, my friend, you have got to die as well. We did take a little bit of damage, but I think we're going to be okay here for this wave. Alright, next ship I really want to get taken out here is this guy. And this Drake is going to be troublesome with his missiles. Let's activate that. And we can actually also hit our computer to give us that bit more range while we're approaching in. And just make sure that we're doing our full array of damage. Okay, so we are starting to get hit here a little bit. We are going down into our shields. So I want to eliminate this Drake. Okay. And we are going to focus fire on this guy next. And we are going to throw this Badger into orbit. As far as I knew, Badgers were nothing more than... Oh, I'm sorry. Industry ships. So that's a bit worrisome there. Not 100% sure what that's all about. Why we have industry ships in here. It's definitely interesting, I can say that. Let's focus fire this guy next. Or that guy, I mean, sure. We'll play that game. And let's turn back around and approach our exit point here while we're targeting the next guy. And we should be just fine. Oh, wow. Yes, these Badgers are just going down like sacks of potatoes. Okay, so what do we have next here? We got a bunch of smaller ships. That's fine. You, my friend, you have got to die. I don't like you being so close to me. Next, we're going to kill your buddy. Yeah, you're going to take a couple more hits there. We do have a Naga over here that I don't like. Actually, I don't like any of you guys. Let's throw you into orbit. Focus fire. We can use, as you can see, I don't really know if the Nosferatu in this case is going to be really much of use. You're kind of outside of its range, so we might want to replace that mid slot with something else. Either that or move the armor rupper down to a mid and use a large armor rupper on there. That could be a possibility too. That might be something fun to try out. That way we can keep our energy up, but repping all the time. Really, it still looks like the ship is performing exceedingly well versus these regular news missions. There's like no trouble whatsoever. Just playing the game. And we didn't even get into our armor. So not much of a test for that. I really don't understand the Badgers. The Badgers are really confusing me. Maybe it was just a particular mission that I chose, so I am excited to actually be redoing these news missions and kind of see what type of changes they've made to them, and also see if anything's happening with the story missions, if something's gone on there, and then maybe done something new with that as well. Because throwing in some Badgers just really seems useless. I wonder if they're going to have different types of cargo on them or whatnot, since they are industrial ships. But overall, this Naga is just cutting through. I mean, I'm sorry, this Oracle is just cutting through everything. And it's pretty impressive. Alright, yeah, that's the mission. Let's go ahead and take a loot here. Normally I don't loot in these, but I'm curious to see what's going on the test server with the loot drops. So I want to see what type of loot that we're actually getting from these guys and see if that may have changed. And so it may take me just a minute to actually get over there. I don't have any type of micro warp drive or anything like that, but I'm very curious. Some junk. Space debris, if you will. More space debris. Yeah, it doesn't look like... maybe if they were the cargo ships, they might have more in it than just space debris. Would like to see the drop chances and what's going on there. Again, it really doesn't particularly matter because it's just going to be crap loot anyway, but I was curious. More space debris. Okay. Again with the space debris. Now we're getting into some of the bigger ships here. Space debris. Okay, Meta 7 shield. These are some of the destroyers now. Space debris. Yeah, so looting still seems like hot garbage. I don't think I'm going to do that ever again. Yeah, inertial stabilizer. And that's it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Tell me what you guys think. Do you like the changes? Are you having fun on the test server? It's only going to be up for a couple of days here, so I am going to try to do a bunch of videos tomorrow and see if I can get a bunch of stuff looked into as well. So please, in the comments below, leave me what you want me to look at. I will be reading all of the comments in between today and tomorrow. So I will try to put out and look into why we have it on the test server with the gear and everything that I have available to me, and see what I can put together and what I can try out. Also, if you've heard anything interesting and just something that maybe I should look into or you think that I might be interested in with this that you're not really wanting to see, just want to let me know, also leave that in the comments below. I would definitely want to hear that. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.